Welcome, Capricorn, to your April reading. Capricorn Moon, Sun, Rising, and Venus. I am Cecilia.eyvaa for those of you who are new here, and for those of you who are returning, thank you for showing up once again, and I'm so happy to be here with you. Capricorn, you are the ones that had the most views and interactions for March. So I'm going to do your reading, which is exciting because I'm Capricorn Sun, so I'm excited, and Capricorn Mercury. And I have a lot of things in Capricorn. I think I have Stellium there as well as in Sagittarius. So that's just a little bit about me. If I'm not looking exactly in the camera, it's because I forget where the camera is, and also because I don't really fancy eye contact. Anyway, the way that we're going to do this is we're going to lay out a 4-card spread, and then we're going to go deeper into it. Of course, if there is, or 4-category spread, I would say, because some categories have more than one card, whatever shows up, right? For those of you who are new here, I'm psychic, and I hear things, see things, perceive things. I pick up on symbols and signs within myself, but also around me, and I was born this way, like Lady Gaga says. Maybe that's one thing for you. Maybe not. We'll see. I write it down. But it feels to me like you're taking back your crown. That's what I'm hearing. Taking back your crown. Maybe, perhaps you are realizing the love of yourself. And on a deeper level, I wouldn't say like in an arrogant, boastful kind of way, but more like staying in center with your integrity, and also recognizing like, okay, what did you do in the past? What will you do in the future? You see the whole spectrum of things, and you are very unapologetic about it. You're very honest about it. You're very honest and upfront, I'm hearing. Honesty. And it's a different kind of honesty, is where it's not like where you are just like spilling all the beans to everyone. It's more like if you want something, you'll say it, and if you don't want something, you'll check in with yourself and then you'll say it again. So it's more like I'm hearing your cardinal energy is very much on. And perhaps it is because Pluto just moved into Aquarius, so that could be it, because Pluto is a very deeply transformative energy, and deeply transformative energy that has been in your house if you're a Capricorn rising, but either way, for a very long time now. I'm not an astrologer. I love astrology as a hobby, but I'm more into the divinity part or divination part. So maybe you want to write a list of your new goals, because now that Pluto is through and Saturn has moved into your, let's see, 3rd house, if that is your 3rd house, depending on where your rising is, then, it's all about creativity for you. Plus, Pluto in your 2nd house rules Aquarius money. So you're going to have a new approach to money, and maybe money in regards to your creativity. Like, what makes you creative? What can you create out of a situation that perhaps didn't look as meaningful or as influential as it seemed to be, but can turn out to be? It's like you can flip the dice on anything right now. If you take it in your account, if you take advantage of the situation, so to say. Not manipulate, but manifest, right? Not manipulate, but manifest. That's something too for you guys. Manipulation versus manifestation. So let's talk about that for a little while. Manipulation is when we are very much tied to an outcome. For example, Capricorn, we can be very set on goals. We can be very like, what do you call it when you have like eyes covered on the sides like a horse? You can only look in like one direction, and that's all that you think about. That's all you want to achieve, and the goal is the thing that matters, and the goal has to be exactly how you want it to be, because you worked so hard for it, so you can justify the reasons for why you sacrificed other things in your life or didn't put as much attention to other things in your life. Also, manipulation is when you tie to the outcome of being a certain way, so you're not really enjoying the journey and you're not really allowing things to flow and you're not really receiving things or reciprocating either, because manipulation is all for your own benefit. It's a very egoistic trait, and it's like when we want to adjust reality according to what we want reality to be like, right? We're not really in allowance, nor are we in acceptance. We are very much stubborn and trying to get things exactly how we want it to be. However, manipulation can be really beneficial in some degrees. Let me hear me out here. Manipulation can be beneficial when we're, for example, working on something creative. It can be like a research project. It can be like a makeup look. It can be interior design. It can be architecture. It can be, you know, writing something, whatever you want, right? When it's about your own creation, if you manipulate a little bit, or I would say rather adjust the different formula of the construction or of the creation, then it will actually perhaps benefit from it in a sense where it will be more optimal. And that's also the lesson that we want to learn with Pluto in Aquarius, because Aquarius is all about reaching, you know, the best evolutionary stand for everything and everyone. It's like they're thinking about all different aspects of the situation, not only one. And they are all about, like, think about you're having like this huge board of, what do you call it? Like this cocktail pit, for example, or, you know, like a producer has in a music studio where there's like all these little buttons and things. And that's the adjustment I'm talking about. If this goes out to the whole collective and the people around you, in your financial section, this is where you want to adjust things a little bit. See how you can benefit from it and also how others can benefit from it if you like take something down a notch or something's up a notch. But that's not really manipulation, but we can put it in that aspect. Now, let's get to the manifestation part. The manifestation is where we are set on a goal. We have a goal set, almost like a wish list. You know, we write a list. This is exactly what I want. For example, in money, it's not necessarily the exact sum of things, because universe, God, doesn't incorporate only like what you receive in, unless you say so exactly, like I want to receive X amount of money by the end of this year, you know. But then, you know, they will, as in God will incorporate all of the income that you've had, all of the revenue that you've had throughout the year, you know. So you want to be as specific as possible, and more talk about how you want to feel and what it will make you achieve, how it will help you. So for example, I would like X amount of money on my bank account by the end of the year, because this will make me enough to have me pay X, Y, and Z, to have me save for X, Y, and Z, to have me put X, Y, and Z in the bank as an interest and produce more money of it, and to put X, Y, and Z money away for my own well-being. Like all of these things that you want, this is what you need to write down. Yeah, that's manifestation. And then you let go of it. Like you do a wish list, almost like Christmas to Santa. You write, "Dear Santa, I want," and then you like send it away. And we talk about this, and I'm sure you know it. So let's get into it. We have 8 minutes here. And about I'm born this way, it's like an unapologetic way of saying, I love myself the way I am, and I'm not going to change for anybody else. I'm going to be the best version of me, but I'm still going to be me. Yeah? So 4 different sections that we're going to do is the mind, body, spirit, and heart complex. And when we talk about mind, we talk about the mental manifestation, information that we receive, information that we give out, the words that we speak, what we write, what we communicate to others, what we think, what we believe. Yeah? Body, physical manifestation, how the physical world is relating to us around us and how it ties into our own physical well-being, our body. Mind, body, spirit, the spiritual realm. Your higher self, God, how you commune with God through your soul, through your essence. And then, of course, the heart space I want to incorporate in. because it just is important. The emotional wavelength that you're on, how you're feeling about things, what is in the heart of the matter, and what is your heart's desire. Yeah, so let's do that for April, okay? Starting to shuffling, I'm having the Sun and the Queen of Pentacles here. So it means literally that you saying, I'm born this way. Because this is your card, right? This is Leo's energy. So you could be dealing with a Leo. But either way, you are in the limelight of your own energy. It's like you shine a light on yourself. And you feel rejuvenated, and you feel strength, and you can now take a look back and see in a softer approach perhaps what it is that you have achieved during your time on the throne of Pluto too, right? And now this also can relate to something during your birthday, maybe something that happened during your birthday or your next birthday, I'm hearing. So all in this year encompassing, but it's like a birthday gift. Like, what was your birthday wish? What was your birthday gift? I know what mine was. I'm still waiting on receiving it. It's something I have to be patient with. It's fine. We have the Hierophant, which talks about long-term commitment, which talks about partnerships. It doesn't have to be romantic partnerships, more like institutional contracts, but also our faith, our belief. How, because we say like faith as strong as the stone, you know, like as strong as the mountain. Like, can your faith move mountains? Probably not, because I don't think anyone, or perhaps very few of us here, can move mountains with our faith. But if we do start to believe that we can manifest anything, that anything is possible, pebbles will move, big boulders will move, and eventually a mountain will move, or a mountain will manifest itself, whatever mountain it is that you want to climb, my beautiful little goats. All right. So let's see. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Fortune is on your side. Talks about Jupiter as well. Jupiter is now in Aries, I believe, or is it still in Pisces? I'm not sure. Either way, it is focused on your third and your fourth house, which also, again, talks about creativity and your home. So it might, like, we have the Moon card here. So it's like you have your subconscious connected to your home and your family. And perhaps while you are, you know, spending time at home and redoing things, or not even redoing things, you have a need to redo things so that you can get de-stressed and you can put things in order and you can organize and you can also make things flourish at home more. Yeah? Yeah. I'm hearing stabilizing income. Check. It's almost like somebody is like, you know, upstairs, like, all right, stabilizing income. Check, you know. Good for you. Good for you. I mean, they all talk about, you know, Capricorns always having so much money and a knack for money. But I would say it depends, and on my own experience, it depends on a lot of things, actually. Because it depends on your whole chart. That's a character or an ideal picture of Capricorn. Let's see. Mine for my beautiful Capricorn. Capricorn Sun, Moon, and Rising. We have Strength card. So it came up again. It actually came up sideways. So there is a loop here, I'm hearing. There is a loop where weakness meets strength, where sensitivity meets congruence. Congruence, is that a word? I guess so. And also where I'm hearing tranquility meets transparency. So it's like, can you be transparent with who you are? Can you be brave enough to be soft? Can you smoothen the jaws of the beast with your grace? All right, let's see what's happening in, excuse the sirens. The body, the physical manifestation of our Capricorns. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing and commenting too. I really, really appreciate that. So in the physical realm, we have Three of Wands, and the Three of Wands talks about you anticipating things coming in. I think this goes very much in alignment with what I spoke about with manifestation and you writing lists or being specific of what you want and actually checking if it has value for you, because the value is that you need to be able to mentally stroke your ego in such a way that it strengthens, but not that it becomes boastful or harsh, right? Because then, you know, it's untamable. here you have the mountain in the back. So it's all about faith too. How much do you believe that the grace of universe, God, can really be there for you? It's a matter of faith, I feel, and I'm hearing. And again, it ties very much into this card on your mental, let's say your physical realm, because it's about knowing that something will come for you, and not come for you as in come, find you, but it will receive at your feet once it is time. And there is no other time but that time when it is ready, and you can't rush that. So it's almost like you know the end goal, and you know that you'll receive it, whatever this gift is, whatever this manifestation that you are manifesting. But meanwhile, during the journey, I want you to fill yourself up with that feeling of knowingness, and knowing also that your creativity is the root of your manifestation. So you have to really tap into your creativity here, my loves, and just express yourself. I'm hearing that too with Madonna. Express yourself. Perhaps in a new way than you've done before. Or just expressing what is within you. Honesty, right? Honesty. Spirit, the spiritual realm. For my Capricorns. Yeah. Okay. So you definitely want to be mindful of your ego. Here we have the Two of Pentacles with the Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Swords again coming up twice. So it's like something is bothering you, for sure. At least on a spiritual level. It's like you're off and on, you're back and forth, you're trying to balance everything. But on a spiritual level, you need rest, you need sleep, you need peace. And we're going to see what can bring you this peace, and also we're going to see what is actually bothering you. We're going to look at that deeper soon. Oh, we're going to look at that now. Yeah, okay. So what is bothering Capricorn on a spiritual level? We have the Knight of Wands. This could be a fire sign, could be a person, but it could also be your belief in yourself and creativity. So fire sign, if this is a fire sign, it's Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Could be somebody that has these placements. Doesn't have to be sun. But it's somebody that is not really there yet, I would say. Somebody that hasn't fully arrived at their full capacity, but they're on their way. So spiritually, what is bothering you is perhaps that you're not there where you wish to be. Maybe you haven't expressed yourself fully. You haven't listened to all of yourself fully, listened to your entire truth yet. Or maybe you haven't manifested as much as you desire to manifest. And this is definitely bothering you. Maybe this is worrisome. Maybe it has to do with money, actually, because you're, these ships in the back, they were like on huge waves back and forth. Which way to take, what to do is also, the either or energy will always put us in limbo, and the limbo, it can be hell, but that limbo state is actually meant for us to realize that there is no off and on. There is no either or. There is no black and white. There is no right and wrong. Essentially, well, there is always right and wrong on a moral level and an ethical level, right? That can be discussed. But essentially, on the higher level, all is always well. And that everything is exactly as it should be. And there is the third way, the middle way. The middle way is the way of the Creator, the way of Trinity and of sacredness, the way where two meets into one, right? And I'm hearing the Vesica Pisces. So it could definitely relate to the Pisces energy. We're going to go deeper into this later. And how can you get out of this on a spiritual level? What is your tools to get out of this, to get some rest and peace? Beautiful Capricorns. Here's one card. Oh, the Five of Pentacles. Okay. So it's like there is this fear of being without, this fear of being in lack. Interesting of this coming up as a tool, but sometimes, our guides and our ways and our higher self is guiding us towards embracing some kind of fear or lack mentality, to let it go. Not embrace it as embody as like, yes, I want to be in lack mentality, but if we still have I'm hearing limerick, weird, limericks about lack mentality. Yeah, maybe you have like these things that you tell yourself, or things that you think about yourself, things that someone told you, like riddles or little tunes or little hymns that is not applicable anymore. And God or source or creator, whatever you want to call it, wants you to go deeper into those beliefs and see. And also it relates to money, but also it relates to your wealth and your creativity and your power, which is very much connected to the strength card that we have in the mental aspect, which, remember, it was like this, so it can go either way, right? It can go either way depending on how you push this. So what you're guided to do is to really, I guess, not go into depth of it, but just witness it, I would say. Witness what it is that makes you feel crippled, what it is that you fear. Perhaps your fear is essentially to be crippled, to be out of power, to be out of energy. Because then you can't get to the top. You can't become the King of Wands or the Queen of Wands. And just take a look at it. Take a look at it, will you? Yup. Okay, I'm taking it to heart too. Let's see. What is the heart space for my beautiful Capricorns in April? What's the heart space? We got the King of Cups with a Five of Wands. So, it looks like there's a conflict within your heart, and it is related to, could be, of course, you. Always, it is related to you. And the way that you manage your emotions. Perhaps you want to be better at managing your emotions. But it also is related to, could be a Pisces again, or a water sign, somebody that is Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, rising moon, Venus, you name it, right? Could be a masculine energy. It doesn't have to be a man, but it can be a masculine energy. And there is a conflict, there is a fight. And again, it's the wand energy. The wand energy is that energy of creativity, of power. So perhaps there's a power struggle off and on. Again, I'm seeing that your heart is very much connected to your spirit and your soul. Meanwhile, your mind is very much connected to your body. So you might want to check that out. If there is like not full alignment, what can you do to merge all these aspects of yourself? And you have to approach the situation where it's like 2-5. So there is a lot of change. So perhaps that is also the change that you actually need, but that you don't really want. Yeah, we're going to ask about the Five of Wands, actually. So let's take another deck. Let's see. This was the regular Rider Waite's Tarot, and now we're going to do the Tattooed Tarot. Oh, yeah. If you do want personal readings, I have my email in the link below. And if you want to contribute to this channel and to me, you can do so by sending me a PayPal donation. Also, the link is below. If you feel like you need a good prayer to rinse out the old, I have one up that is free, and it's a meditation, and you can just sit with it and allow it to do its work. Yeah, watch it as many times as you like, and please share, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And this will make me also be aware of what it is that you want to see, what it is that you want to hear. Yeah. Okay, so let's clarify strength, please. No, I'm hearing actually, let's clarify the Five of Wands. So let's clarify the Five of Wands. Clarify, what is the Five of Wands about? What is the conflict about? What is this fight or the struggle about on the heart space? The Ten of Wands, interesting. So you need to end some kind of, there has been some kind of hardship or struggle in your life that has taken a toll on your heart. It's like your heart has been fighting for something to be elevated or to be strengthened, and it just, maybe you've been fighting to keep your emotions, intact, and that fight itself, that struggle itself, has been draining you of energy, and so that is needing to end. The reason why the conflict arises, if there is a conflict within your heart, whether it is about another person or in relationship with a person or just yourself, the reason why it's arising is because that obviously your team or your higher self wants you to take care of the situation and do it once and for all, so that you don't need to address it anymore, whatever it relates to. Let's see what the situation is about a little bit deeper. Let's see what the situation is about. We have two different cards. We have the King of Pentacles and the Hangman. Yeah, so it's seeing yourself in a different perspective, which can be very, very difficult at times because it shifts your whole identity. So it's definitely about you, because we have the King of Pentacles here and you are King of Pentacles, as well as Queen of Pentacles. But that earth energy could also talk about value and worthiness and how worthy you feel and how worthy you see yourself. And the Hangman is about waiting for something long enough for you to see things from a different perspective. And it very much ties into the Three of Wands. So the reason why you need to get rid of this is because you can really, truly then see yourself from the truest perspective, the way that you are, the way that you were born. I am born this way, remember that. We're going to find out what the King of Cups is about, actually. The Hangman also talks about enlightenment, but in a very reverse kind of way. Because we picture enlightenment to come from the down up, right? That's the way that we taught the Kundalini works and everything. And yes, energy moves up in our body, but it also moves down. And the way that we actually ascend is to descend. So we need the heavens to come down into earth, right? And then once they come down into earth, the earth can meet the heaven on the way up. So there's a flow in that. There's a flow in that. There's an infinity spiral. Also, I'm feeling drawn to the spiritual side of this, that knowing that you are never in lack, knowing that you always have the power to manifest anything that you want. And when you keep forgetting that, that's when you have hard time sleeping, hard time relaxing, because you keep on being moved out of that center, moved out of that third way, moved out of that remembrance that you are the one that you need. You have everything that you need to create whatever it is that you want. Yeah? What is the King of Cups, or who is the King of Cups? Please clarify. We have the Chariot, so we could talk about actually a Cancer. Somebody that is a Cancer. But it could also be Mars moving into Cancer. And so in your heart space, you are ready to move on from whatever it is, from whatever conflict or hardship it is. No matter if it's you moving on a physical level and separating from someone, or it's actually you moving on from whatever state that you've been on an emotional level before, you're ready to move on. All you have to do is get your ducks in a row. You get the black with the white and put it together into one, yeah? I'm getting drawn to the artist Alex Grey. And Alex Grey actually changed his last name because he realized while doing psychedelic trips that there is neither black nor white. It's always in the gray area, in the gray matter. And also remember, the gray matter is the hemisphere between the two of our halves in our brain. So it's like that alignment, that third way of God, that is the gray way. And we're really afraid of the gray because it's just very unpredictable and uncontrollable. And we're not able to manipulate it because we can't see the different shades of it, right? That easily. But what we want to do here on an emotional plane is move on. And for us to move on, we have to clarify and allow things to be neither or, but to be in the middle. To not be neither or, but to be in the middle. Yeah? Find a middle ground. Interesting. Also, we're getting King of Swords. So it ties into your mental capacity to tame your ego. Or it could be somebody that has both water and air sign connected to them. That is actually triggering this, whatever awakening this is within you. We have two kings, so there could be a power struggle between mind and heart as well, or between two people. But all you want to do is to remain in the center, if possible. Yeah, okay, so let's talk about Strength card, please. Strength card, clarify. Two of Cups. So we're getting a lot of the infinity spiral. We have the infinity spiral here. We have it in the Two of Pentacles. And then we have the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups also talks about the two becoming one, right? So that's very, very important for you. Mentally, you have to see two halves merging into one. Yes, they are two different halves. They are two individual halves, but they are equal and therefore they are one. They are a reflection of one another, I'm hearing. And so actually this creature and this creature is one and the same. They're doing a dance together. It's not this is better than that or that is better than this, but it's equally the same. They need both to do this dance of taming the ego or taming the beast. They need both to be in strength and still be in grace, right? They need both. If this is a love relationship, could tie into a Leo again. So a lot of different signs here. We're having a lot of Cancer energy and Leo energy, but as well as, we have mainly that, but then we have some more fire energy and sword energy, but I would say mainly Pisces, Cancer, Leo energy, right? Again, if this is not resonating with you, it could be that this reading is not for you, so you can always, flip the next. You can watch your moon, you can watch your sun, you can watch your rising, you can watch your Venus, and watch whatever resonates with you, actually. Let's see what the Three of Wands is about, please. Three of Wands. Two of Wands. So it started a long time ago, perhaps not so long ago though, but it was a new initiation for you. So this is about your physical reality. You manifested, you went through a portal of a new beginning, and now you're waiting for all the resources to come in so that you can manifest further, because the next card in this is the Four of Wands, where stability, comfort, safety, but also, festivities. We've reached a pinnacle point in our evolution in the Wands energy, and is about marriage and commitment and long-term commitment, right? So the Two of Wands talks about standing at the brink of between the old and the new, and you're almost reviewing your life because you have the world in your hands. So you can see the map before you, or maybe even you're drawing the map before you. And then when you've drawn the map, that's where you need to have it arrive to you. So it looks to me like you're manifesting something, and whatever is manifesting is coming in. You just need to be patient. Let's see what it is that you're manifesting. Some more clarity. I mean, we all manifest different things, right? Queen of Pentacles. So it's that energy. It's like we got both the Queen and the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles, however, is a little bit more ruler of the heart. He's more stable. He's more connected to earth and material wealth, which is interesting because it's the heart space and emotional space. So we have the masculine in the feminine space, and we have the feminine in the masculine space, because the feminine is in the physical reality, in the physical realm. It talks about merging, again, the two different opposites into one another, which is beautiful. It's beautiful, you guys. Also, it means a softer approach to money and a little bit more, again, creative approach to money, which is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, just got a text message. So let's end it with see what the Two of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords is about, please. Two of Pentacles and Nine of Swords. Flying out, Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful. So this is a destined change. I'm hearing you need to go through this change, however difficult it is. It looks to me, though, that the change is mainly spiritual. And it might have you end up in a very enlightened heart space and a very well-manifested physical space, and also in a very loving mental space. So again, we have the infinity spiral. It's like you view time different now. It's like you create with time in a different way. Also because your ruling planet, or our ruling planet, is in Pisces now. So it means that Pisces is that endlessness. It never ends. It's the vast ocean. It's the endlessness of infinity, right? So we have, again, time, the ruler of time, Chronos, and the ruler of karma and action and cause and effect in a reality that is not really a tangible reality, which is very, very interesting. So this is definitely something that is destined, and you can do yourself a favor by allowing yourself to meet whatever it is that you need to meet. What is the Five of Pentacles about, please? So maybe I'm born this way is also talking about you accepting yourself as you are, flaws and all, right? We have the Emperor with the Five of Pentacles, which is a very interesting energy. Could be that there's money related to your home section because it is the fourth house of you with Aries. But also I feel like in order for you to be on top of everything, in order for you to be in control and in alignment, you need to really meet those little pockets left in your guts. This is the, this is not, I don't mean it in like, I don't mean like you have to go into your actual gut, but we have pockets in our guts where we hide things, or hide things from ourselves even. where things like leftovers, residue still lingers unless we clean it out. So actually it could be a good thing for you to do some kind of fast or rinse. But either way, meeting those residues, those parts of you that is still lingering, that is still in lack mentality, in order for you to really, really embody this Emperor energy, which is the ultimate creator. This is the creator. And then we have the Empress, which is creatress. And what is the Knight of Wands about, please? The Knight of Wands is Page of Swords. So this is a message, or perhaps even a belief. Talks about throat chakra too. So again, you want to be honest with yourself and speak your truth and see things from where you are. Maybe you have taught yourself that you are less worthy than you are, and you need to unteach yourself that, unlearn. Could be that. Or maybe somebody else told you that. I'm seeing also a two-edged sword, or I'm seeing like the snake. It has two sides of its tongue, a split tongue, which means that you both lie and tell the truth to yourself or somebody else. This is in a spiritual realm, so you need to again put these two halves together, two becoming one. I'm gonna write that down. Or two halves becoming whole. So my loves, I feel like there you are. There you are, my loves. Then you are all you. I feel like this is all. We're gonna do one more oracle card just for fun, and then we're gonna say bye-bye. If you want a personal reading, I told you, please email me and the email address below, and I will reply. And the way that we do it is that I record a card spread for you just like this and send it to you. Or if you do want a live energy work, we'll do it live, of course. So I have two different things that I offer. Let's see, for my beautiful Capricorn, Capricorn Sun, Moon, and Rising for April, what is the oracle deck, the oracle card, that we want and that we need to see? We have a lot of cards flipping out. There's too many cards, though. Sun, Venus, Mars, Scorpio, 12th house. Wow. Yeah, I feel like we're going to put these in again. But it talks about everything that I talked about, the astrological changes that has been. Just one card, please. One or two for Capricorn. Two, I guess. Oh, it didn't feel right either. It didn't feel right, did it? You got a long reading, my loves. Here we go. Virgo, digest. 6th house. So, I was talking about guts. Some of you could be actually gluten allergic or gluten intolerant. You need to cut back on the gluten in order for you to really rinse your guts. But it talks about moving into a place of, again, organization at home, taking care of things at home, your day-to-day lives, create a schedule, create a list, organize. And in that way, you can also analyze and see things clearer and get rid of what you don't need to and stick to your daily routines, okay? Okay, my loves, that was everything. Thank you so much, Capricorn, and I hope that you really received this long gift and this beautiful reading. It was really a beautiful reading, so thank you so much. Blessings to you, and see you in May.